1997 Constitution. And it behoves on all of us to give His Excellency support, to give His Excellency and his government respect, and to observe the rule of law. And in such, our talking, our actions, in our offices, in our booths, and our home. And we should also be guided that the Gambia belongs to all of us. Nobody will come and develop the country other than us, the citizens of the Republic of the Gambia. And wherever we might be in the country, in the world, even if we are in the International Space Station, we must be proud as Gambians, and we must be good ambassadors of the country. We might differ from one point of view to another, but ultimately, the Gambia belongs to all of us. If I, sitting here today, travel to any part of the world and be fooled or allow myself to become a sycophant and a stooge of a Western power or a third party and try to cast venom into the Republic of the Gambia, I must be guided. However I state in that country, I can even acquire citizenship to have a dual citizens of any other society or any country in the world. But I must be guided by the fact that the Gambia is my motherland, and I'm a Gambian. And I must be guided that the peace and stability of the country, I am myself and my family, we are the #1 beneficiaries of the peace and stability in the country. I must also be guided that whether I want to acquire asylum, or I want to acquire a legal document, or I want money, or I want to be employed, that must not allow me to sell my independence, to sell my integrity as a person, and to cast venom on the government and people of the Republic of the Gambia where I come from. Because, may Allah forbid, I should know that if there's any violence or any problems in my country, we, the ordinary people, we are the first victims, including women and children. Those in authority, those you think you want to forcibly send out of power, is a great mistake, because the Gambia, we are civilized, and His Excellency and his government since 1996, we have seen he has created the enabling environment for peaceful, fair, transparent, and democratic process of elections. It is through his government that we have the independent electoral commissions, giving the citizen the right to partake independently in electing their leader, irrespective of geography, culture, and tribe. And also he look at, it is under his tenure that he have given the younger generations more opportunity to partake in decision making by reducing the voting age from 21 to 18 years of old. That is the universal adult suffrage. And as such, any other thing is His Excellency who created the University of the Gambia, giving the citizen the tool and power of knowledge to be able to be responsible citizenship. These are the things that we must be able to use to develop ourselves, to be self-independent. And now, what is expected of us as citizens? Government provided all these things. Government provided an uninterrupted basic education from primary 1 to grade 9. And government have a free education for girls. Governments have created and built infrastructure, the social amenities, health, agriculture, telecommunications, and government also brought in televisions. Now, what is the role of a responsible citizen in a society where all these things are provided for? Tijan is one, to maintain law and order, to maintain discipline, and also to work as expected for the generations yet unborn. those of us who are at work, those of us who are not employed, those of us who are in government, or those of us who are in private or self-employment, our input for a productive service delivery shall be our primary responsibility. Tijan, I must say that I am very flabbergasted over the past 2 weeks when Gambians and non-Gambian alike text to their various views and societies to argue the withdrawal of government from the Commonwealth. Tijan, we must know the genesis of the Commonwealth, where Commonwealth was formed as a result of the end of colonialism from the British Empire. The objective at the time was to bring cohesion and unity among those countries. As time goes by, and after the Cold War, and interests continue to grow. Now, following the history of Commonwealth for the last 10 to 15 years, the last 2 decades, it has now, instead of its primary objective and primary role in working in unison and to respect the sovereignty of each other's country, the Commonwealth continues to be a neo-colonial institution. And in fact, the purpose of creating it is still to colonize the African citizens mentally and to continue to put the inferior within our Africa. I read 4-year editions Monday, where it was written by Honorable Halifa Sallah for and on behalf of the Central Committee of the PDOIS. And he was arguing, among other things, and those arguments, particularly where he was quoting the 1997 constitutions on the powers of His Excellency the President, his arguments were erroneous because the actions of His Excellency the President and government is legal and constitutional. He raised 2 fundamental points at the 1997 constitutions. He talks about section 79, that is the President of the Republic of the Gambia, 79 section 1. The President shall be responsible for A, the conduct of relations with other states and international organizations, B, the reception of envoys accredited to the Gambia and the appointment of the principal representative of the Gambia abroad, C,